log cabin on a mountain.
Hi, this is Jeff Hamill of Hamill Manufacturing. Want to do a quick video today focusing on rod holders. Quick background on the boat: it's the Spira Glosterman ultralights. Construction is 2 sheets of 1/4-inch plywood. It's a stitch and glue boat, so we don't really have any frame members to attach to. So we came up with these rod holders. What you can see we did is laminated 4 layers of sugar pine for the bottom socket. Grain orientation really doesn't matter on the bottom socket very much because of its mass and strength. And then the hole is drilled in just the top layer, so that gives us a stopping point. Like on this side here, you can see the reel can pass over the rub rail, so that's not going to bang into it. So we set a height, and that's why you only drill the 1 layer. It gives you a nice stopping point. Quick tip though is drill this layer before before gluing it to the other 3. We used Titebond 3 wood glue to glue these together, knowing that they were going to get saturated in epoxy after the fact, but about 30-minute clamp time on that sped up the process a little bit. But drill the hole through the top layer first before gluing it to the rest of the layers, before laminating it. That'll keep the bottom of the hole looking clean. You won't have any marks in there from the drill bit. Then the collar here, we used a single layer of 5/4 sugar pine, just the same. And we were very careful to orient the grain, so we had a nice flat grain that ran all the way through the piece. As you can see, it runs this way, so that grain is going all the way through. Where in this piece here, you can see it's a shorter, more vertical grain. Up here as a standalone piece, that would become a weak point. If it experience a harsh downward force, it's going to bust along the grain. So a nice run through grain like that will help add strength to the top collar. And then for mounting, we didn't want to add a frame member. We added a little floor stiffener there. It's more of a place for me to put my feet as I'm rowing, but we didn't want to do frame members up the sides back here, and that would have given us some more meat to anchor to, but we didn't want to go that road. So what we ended up doing, we could have mounted to the rub rails, but as you'll see here as I pass down, that would have put the top of the rod holders above the rub rails. We wanted to avoid that for car topping reasons, because they'd be out and exposed and susceptible to damage. So we're mounting to 1/4-inch plywood, and what we did there is we drilled right through the side of our boat and we inserted 1/4-inch dowels. We got 2 dowels on the top collar and 3 on the bottom socket. Some people would think that's kind of crazy, but this is a stitch and glue boat. We have holes all along every joint on the outside. We're trusting epoxy to fill those holes with no wood being added in. So here, in the situation of a nice sized hole to dowel fit, it's a nice tight fit, and you're just using that epoxy to fill in any little voids and seal the wood. So once it's dry, you flush cut, final sand, and then go back and saturate the end grain with epoxy as well. And that's going to seal that up, and then it's ready for your varnishing. So a quick stress test, just to show that these are strong. This is a medium heavy rod. I'm going to pull down on this. It's actually bending down in the handle area, and we're going to rock the boat right here on the sawhorses by the fishing pole. You can see how much stress I'm putting on this, and that whole boat's rocking. Now to show the other direction, I have to use a stick here, and I'll show you how I'm going to leverage this. This is just through the top collar, and I'm going to grab this stick and I'm going to rock it the other way. It kind of wants to slide on me, but there you can see that the boat is rocking just from that upper collar. So they came out very strong. You can use any materials you want to use to build something like this. They're a little more time consuming, I imagine, than a PVC style, but we really wanted something that was going to be an accent.
There is no more good water because the pond is dry.